could never relate to fight or flight, and it took 4 therapists for me to learn why I didn't. And knowing this has changed how I act at work. So I'm Dr. Anna Kolschmidt. I'm an industrial organizational psychologist. I research the unwritten rules of work for the working class and neurodivergence. If you don't know the unwritten rules of work, something that can happen a lot is bullying, particularly if you are neurodivergent. Only 1 in 5 autistic adults report not being bullied, so that's fun. But fight or flight are 2 stress responses that are talked about a lot, and one I didn't know and through 4 therapists was that freeze and fawn are the other 2 responses. And these are much more common in workplace situations because if you fight, you're going to breach the unwritten rule of being assertive but not too aggressive. It's also not going to be very appropriate because it's not indirect, speaking indirectly. Consequences will likely get harder for you and not the person who is bullying you. And they know this. That's why a lot of white-collar bullying is very subtle and you don't always notice it immediately unless you're from that background. One thing I learned about myself is that I'm a freezer. This is very common for people who are neurodivergent because we have sensory overload. We're noticing and feeling more things than most people. So when something happens, I don't always react immediately because I'm processing, absorbing, taking in all this information. And so then 10 minutes later, I'll be like, damn it, I should have said that, or I should have done this, or I should have turned on the recording, or whatever. On is why you see so many people schmoozing. I mean, yes, in general, that's an unwritten rule of white-collar workplaces, but it's also a way to try to de-escalate a bully when you flatter someone. That's less common among neurodivergent people because we don't really like all that. Social hierarchies are not our thing. Not that it can't happen, not that it can't be a survival mode, it's just not as common. It's certainly not my go-to because, you know. It's also not common for people from working class backgrounds because that feels really gross and makes you feel like a class traitor. I cover these stress responses and how they apply and how you can strategize with them to work with your nervous system and not against it in the module 3 of my workplace bullying course, which is available on my school, which you can get at the link in my bio. The first module is free in the 7-day trial, and the rest you have to pay a whole $15 for. Sorry. Girls gotta eat. I have resources in this for you, as well as a chart on which unwritten rules bullies use and which ones you can use to protect yourself. A whole module on documentation with a special guest, Haisa Silva. We give you an Excel sheet framework for that. This Wednesday at 5 p.m. British or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. British Summer Time, just moved to the UK. I will go live with Module 4 on anti-bullying leadership. Even if you're not a leader, you might want to tune in because it's good to know what your leader has to go through, what hoops they have to jump through, so you know what to present to them and how to spin this to them on why they should intervene with the bullying. I know you shouldn't have to. I'm with you. I'm all about fairness, but we also have to do what works. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, you want to learn more, join my school linked in my bio. It's where I do all of my courses and I have weekly group coaching. If you want to ask me about your situation one-on-one, you can book some time on my calendar. The first 20 minutes are free and one-on-one coaching is available for purchase. But if you want to test the waters first, I recommend joining my Thursday call in my school community where you can learn from other people, network, and ask me questions live. Leave a comment if you'd like to see a video about a particular topic or a course in my school.